After I've been away for a while, coming home to reset my zero waste lifestyle always starts in the garden. And this is simply because it helps me to get off my phone and away from my computer, stop doing any social media scrolling, and just simply try and get back to my roots of why I choose to live a zero waste lifestyle in the first place. My garden has definitely grown a lot while I've been away. It's got a little wild. As you can see, the chard and the spinach have definitely bolted, but that's why it's so much fun to be able to weed the beds and see what needs doing and see these chard and the cabbages that come up on their own. The garlic is doing really well, and I'm just really excited to get everything stuck in and try to live more seasonally by learning how to grow my own food. I decided to get rid of one of the chard plants because we just weren't eating as much as it was producing, and it kept bolting and therefore changing the taste of the leaves. So I decided to take one out so that we could plant some peas this year. I grew a lot of peas last year and they were absolutely delicious, and it was a really fun experience learning exactly how they grow when they flower and when they grow their pods. It was also a great experience showing my nephew how peas grow, because sometimes if you're a kid and you're not shown where your food comes from, you lose that sense and connection to food. Okay, so I've spent a good few hours in the garden just cutting things back that needed to be cut. I removed one of the chard plants because we don't eat that much chard, so we definitely had way too much, and I let a lot of the chard and the spinach bolt. So I really wanted to get rid of that and cut everything back so we can have some new growth and make some space for other things, because I really filled the beds with things like garlic, shallots and onions last October when I really wanted to plant stuff. So I created some space so I can plant some things that will go upwards. So tomorrow I'll be building a trellis that I wanted to do last year, but I was still very much a beginner, so I didn't want to put too much into it just in case it didn't work. We're going to be doing that tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. I am going to borrow a car so we can go and get some proper stuff from the local nursery. And yeah, we're going to do a lot more planting tomorrow. It's already about 6 p.m. and it's so nice that it's still light, but I'm still pretty tired from traveling. We only got back yesterday morning. So I'm going to go and wash my hair and have a shower, and I'm going to talk to you about a shampoo bar and conditioner that I have been trying that I think some of you, especially with curly and coily hair, would really like. Today I'm washing my hair with the new As I Am hemp seed line, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. The packaging is plastic free and uses recyclable materials certified by the Sustainable Forestry Initiative. Firstly, I'm using the co-wash bar, which is really easy to use. It looks beautiful and feels silky smooth when applying to my fingers and hair. It has a really mild scent, which is always my preference, and slides over my hair really easily. After washing this out, I'm using the conditioner bar next, which again has a really silky texture, mild scent, and perfect for detangling my hair, which somehow gets incredibly knotty. I've been looking for a leave-in conditioner bar for a really long time, as for me it's an essential part of my styling routine. I was surprised at how well it transferred onto my hair and just how soft my curls were already feeling. As I Am Naturally's aim is to be carbon-free by 2030, and as of the 21st of April 2022, they have offset 383 metric tons of CO2. Another huge plus for me is their cruelty-free status. Okay, so I've just washed my hair. I used the co-wash bar, then I used the conditioner bar, and then I decided to also use the leave-in conditioner bar, because when I use leave-in conditioner, it actually helps my curls keep their shape for multiple days. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, it always helps. So I used the leave-in conditioner, and then I just styled my hair like I usually do with a sort of brush and just like let it curl, and added in some gel as well. Okay, so I decided to partly blow dry my hair because it's a bit cold here, so it would have taken a really long time to dry. So I basically blow dried half of it using my mum's hairdryer and then let it sort of dry for about an hour. And I'm really pleased, especially with the definition underneath here. I feel like these came up really nicely. And obviously I'm happy with the volume. And when I really get nice sort of sturdy curls, they tend to last so much longer. And that is something I always look for in the products that I'm using. And yeah, I'm just really happy with this. I think if you have curly, coily hair, then this is a really great option for you. I'm particularly impressed with the leave-in conditioner. I've been looking for a leave-in conditioner bar for a really long time, and this is the only one that I've actually found, let alone one that has been really good. So I'm really pleased. One thing I find when I'm traveling is if I can't get the things that I particularly want, especially when, you know, I run out of something, then I find it particularly hard to really stick to my zero waste habits. Sometimes I will just try and use just whatever is available to me in terms of if my, like for example, my boyfriend's family already had some stuff in there, which aren't things I would usually use, but I think it's still more sustainable to use what you already have and what's available to you there. So definitely a lot of my kind of core zero waste habits definitely we're stuck to, but it's really nice coming home to just reset. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting my sourdough starter back up and running. That's been sitting in my fridge for about a month, and I took it out yesterday to kind of warm up again, and it seems to be doing okay. So I think in a couple of days it might actually be ready to start making sourdough again. It's a little thinner than it usually would be, but I'm really happy. We're actually gonna go and do that now because it's raining outside and it's pretty miserable, but I'm happy because my plants really need some rain. I really don't like using the hose. I'd like to rely on the water butt that we have that catches rainwater so we can be as sustainable and circular as possible. So we're going to do some indoor stuff today to reset our zero waste lifestyle after traveling. But if you are interested in checking out as I am, I will leave the links in the comments below. Yeah, I wholeheartedly approve of these. They're really nice. I've tried my fair share of flour tortilla recipes, so I decided to try and make it with corn flour or white masa. And to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to be going back. They were really easy to make. I just used the masa with some water and some salt. I turned it into a ball, rested it for 20 minutes, and then divided it into 20 little balls. Now, I absolutely have no idea whether this is an authentic way of making it or not. It probably isn't. But I really wanted to use this tortilla press that we had that's been sitting in the cupboard, and to be honest, again, I'm never going back. I always find it really hard to roll things out to be super thin and to make sure that they are just not really thick, chunky tortillas, so this made a huge difference. They are phenomenal. I'll put a recipe down below from someone who actually knows how to make these authentically.
It's quite funny.
You gotta keep it in because also you can't see it, but you can hear the sound.
Yeah.
Good morning. I have quite a shiny face because I've just put my sun cream on, and the one that I've chosen for some reason just makes me look like I have a plastic face. Anyway, today we're going to go into town. We're going to go to the local zero waste shop. There are just a couple of things that we need to replace, like the bar of soap that I always use. I always buy that massive olive oil looking block one, and we just want to get a couple of things that we need for a few recipes that we will be meal planning, because whenever I come home, obviously we've eaten everything and we just want to make sure that we are only buying things that we're actually going to use in certain meals. So we're going to go and do that now. And also we might get a coffee, because one of the things I love to do is to support my local bakeries and my local cafes and stuff that are all, you know, independent and singular and have definitely struggled during the last couple of years. So it's something small, but I like to do it anyway. And then I will show you what we got from the Zero Waste grocery store. So we actually couldn't find some of our zero waste bags, so we ended up only getting a few things. We got some pasta, we got some brown and wild rice mix, and then we got some tomatoes, shallots, and we got some day-old bread, which was, I think, 35% off. So instead of being £3, it was about £2 and 5 pence. I've tried to show you the prices here of the things that we bought so you can see how expensive things are. We also got a cucumber, and again we got that natural soap, and that natural soap was about £3, but it lasts about 3 months. So I'm just filming a reel for Instagram about 4 ways how to reuse bread if it's gone stale, and one of the things was to make it into breadcrumbs. And I like to freeze them because it means that they last a lot longer and you can have a little bit more time to think about what you want to use them for. I personally mostly like breadcrumbs to top like vegan macaroni and cheese, or in bread sauce for Christmas or things like that. But you really can, they're very versatile, especially if you're breading something and frying it and stuff like that. But to give me a little bit more flexibility so that they definitely don't go to waste is to put them in the freezer, and then I have the kind of flexibility to use them whenever I want. So that's what I've done with these ones. And next I'm actually going to make a panzanella salad, or panzanella inspired salad. My old boss, he loved it so much, and every time we had, like, our office was very international, so everyone would bring a dish in that they'd make of a different country or try their best, and he would always bring in a panzanella salad, and it was always just so delicious. So I'm going to try and recreate that now as another way to use up stale bread. Also, I'm going to film that for the reel, and I'll show you on here as well, of course. And then we're going to think of 2 more ways to use up stale bread as well. I just feel like this year has been a bit of a wash in terms of my content and my job. I don't really feel like I've achieved very much or done very much. And maybe that's okay, but so we definitely got a lot done in the garden, but we have so much left to do. I've got some cucumbers to plant, I've got lots of things to attend to, and I'm really excited for this year because I decided to really experiment with a lot of stuff. I really want to learn to live more seasonally, and I know I've been talking about this for like 1 or 2 years now, but I just feel like there is so much to learn and so much experimentation to do, and I'm just really, really excited. It's nice to be home after traveling. I've been traveling because my partner is American and he lives overseas. But it's really nice to come home and be able to sort of get back into my own routines, reset my zero waste routines, and just be familiar with the things that I know. And I'm just really excited to see how the garden does this year. I pushed the boat out. I really want to learn as much as possible. And I just hope you enjoyed seeing kind of the simple things I do when I'm just trying to get back into a routine, but this is strictly my zero waste routine. Next week we have quite a lot of different videos coming, especially in the next coming weeks, so I really hope that you enjoy those, but they should all be fundamentally the things that you want to see that this channel is about. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen my latest video essay on is sustainability women's work, I really encourage you to go and watch that. I will leave that in the link below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.